Okay, whatever we discussed, we started this paper with the industrial dispute, industrial peace and harmony, code of discipline. We started up to the first 3 points. Initially, we discussed the meaning of industrial relations. Then, within industry, the peace and harmony, code of discipline, code of conduct, and different case studies and their sections. Then we discussed collective bargaining, trend of collective bargaining. These three things to discuss. Next thing will go workers' participation. Within meaning, we discussed the industrial relations meaning. Any conflict arises between workers and employer and employee due to their employment issues, salary issues, HR issues, wage related, employment related, it could be anything. Any dispute is coming under industrial relations. Under this, what is peace and harmony? What is the benefit of peace and harmony? How you will maintain peace and harmony within the industry? The term industrial harmony describe the peaceful and successful collaboration of managers, staffs, and other parties in business or organization setting. You think about any organization at your home or any domestic setup or business setup or any office. If you have good relations between everyone, then a lot of things will be easy. Your work culture will be good. So it will motivate the unity and democracy, and you will getting lot of benefits once the relationship is good, the work culture is good. So you will get a lot of satisfaction internal. So that's what we discussed in peace and harmony. Why you need peace and harmony? Because if you don't have this, it will turn out to in different situation with different fightings. So we are discussing, we discussed sometimes before the case study of that Bajaj Auto Limited. So what happened? The employees asked for higher hike, salary raise, and the ownership by giving the salary. The company was not giving anything. Then some of the employee went on a strike, discussed a lot of things. Then went on fighting with people, fighting with the company management. Then company suspended that. So if there is no peace, there is no work environment, so you will have problem with production, your work. So what is the need of peace and harmony? Why we need peace and harmony? To avoid all such things, we need peace and harmony. Then we discuss what is the significance of good peace. Once we have the peace, so what is the benefit you are getting? What is the benefit your company is getting? Your business is getting? So there are a lot of benefits once you have good relations, good peace. Then what management is doing to maintain this? What is the role of management to maintain, to get the peace within that organization? Those things we discussed. Management is implementing new policy or how it is treating the employees. So it depends a lot how management is doing to enhance the communication, how management is delegating the work, what are the efforts management is doing to maintain a good work culture, work environment, and office decorum, everything. What management is doing to maintain a good pace. So all these things together will give you the satisfaction. So once you have a good place to work, so you will get good motivation, you will work properly. You have interest to go to office, go to work, go to your factory. So management has a big role to maintain this. Those things we discussed. Then we discuss two things: code of discipline, code of conduct. Code of discipline is the set of rule. Code of conduct is set of rule. So we discussed this date, how code of discipline drafted and implemented, how it came into force. The code of discipline was drafted, then it was adopted, then came into force, implemented, and we discussed the second 5-year plan, the 16th session in May 1958. These are the important date I was telling to remember. And what is the meaning of code of discipline? What is the definition code of discipline? We studied that. Then what is the meaning of code of conduct? What is the difference between code of discipline and code of conduct? We discussed that. Code of discipline is a set of rules, is a bigger concept, is a vast concept where you have everything written, how will resolve the issues within the employer and employee within the organization. Code of conduct is only discussing the issues related to within one organization, within one union. That there are multiple unions. They will have inter dispute or intra dispute. So to address that kind of dispute, we have code of conduct. So there is a little difference between code of discipline and code of conduct. These two things we studied. Adoption of code of discipline. Who are the unions? Who are the organization adopted when it was implemented first time? So we have a list here. Then objectives. The content and principle of code of conduct. Here, code of conduct. After code of conduct, we also discuss a few things on International Labour Organization (ILO). What was the role of ILO on industrial relations? To maintain a good relations, what ILO is doing. So we also studied. Principle of code of conduct. Difference is what I told you. Difference of code of discipline and code of conduct. We also studied domestic inquiry. Domestic inquiry means whenever there is a problem in the organization, so you set up one inquiry. You cannot punish the people just like that because you feel something bad. So you have a proper inquiry committee who is investigating the and researching the issues. Then based on that you will decide the punishment. So that we study domestic inquiry. What is the inquiry process? Conducting the domestic inquiry, how we'll do the domestic inquiry. We studied that how we'll notify, then we'll collect the evidence, then hearing, then decision, how we'll issue the charge sheet, what are the content of charge sheet, how we'll write the charge sheet. We'll discuss that principles of natural justice. And this is one important concept. Natural justice is something where the employees or the person is aware of everything. Suppose you are punishing a person is aware of that why he is getting the punishment, what was his fault. The person should have an opportunity to know the allegation against him. He should be given a fair opportunity of being heard. Decision should be made in good faith. A man should not be judged on his own cause. So, this is the concept of natural justice. So, this person is aware of everything. So, you cannot punish a person because of your grievance. What is your perception of that person? So, you have to do a proper inquiry, analysis, investigation. Then you are collecting all your evidence, proof. Then you are deciding the punishment. Charge sheet. So charge sheet is a written document where you are giving all details, what happened, what was the problem, how it is, what is the impact, how it is impacting the customer or company or profitability, everything written in the charge sheet. Who has done it, what is the date and time, everything. We discussed that. Then, based on that, we are deciding the action, disciplinary action. Disciplinary action means the punishment, the actual punishment. What was the punishment? Based on the situation, whether you will give the warning to the person or you will decide to suspend that person or you will decide to separate that person from the company. So there are different levels of punishment depending on the depth of the problem, the event, whatever the action the person has done, the team has done. So based on that, you will decide the punishment. So domestic inquiry, there are different steps, different process of domestic inquiry. We discussed that. After that, we discussed collective bargaining. That is a different topic. So we had last 2 3 days we were discussing collective bargaining. This is what we discussed. In collective bargaining, we discussed the meaning of collective bargaining. Then we discussed the objectives of collective bargaining, why it is there, what is the aim of collective bargaining. We also discussed the advantages and disadvantages. So what the employees are benefiting out of it and what the company is benefiting out of it. So advantages and disadvantages from both the side, employers and employees. Then we discuss different types of bargaining, different techniques, different types of bargaining, and what are the different possible content when you are getting into the bargaining. What could be the issue? Why the problem is appearing? So these are the different possible content of bargaining. Then steps. What are the different steps involved in bargaining? So initially you will prepare your content, your if you are selected to bargain with your employer. So you will do some homework. You will collect the demand, what people are asking. You will represent the employee. So you have everything in your hand. So that is preparation. You will prepare what to talk, how to open the meeting, what are the demands. So you should have everything. Then you will get into the bargaining. There are different strategy of bargaining, different types of bargaining. Based on the situation, you will discuss that, will adapt the techniques. Then once the bargaining is done, then you will propose what is the solution. You will have proposal from employee side and employer side. Both the side will propose. Then once the proposal is done, then the agreement will be prepared. Once the final agreement is done, then ratification, then implementation. These are the steps of collective bargaining. What are the challenges? We discussed these two challenges, third party expert. We recruit and decentralized bargaining. We also discussed few examples. Then what are the trends in collective bargaining? How non-traditional workers are impacting, how technology is impacting, how diversity is impacting. We discuss all these things in the trend. What are the different factors are impacting your bargaining? Factors are affecting the collective bargaining. So we also discuss that. What are the legal framework in bargaining? Two legal framework is Industrial ID Act and Trade Union Act. We discussed. Then we went through discuss the case study. There are two different cases we discussed. One is that change in policy and how it is impacting the union, trade union. The other case study is the Bajaj Auto Limited, how it is impacting the employee. So dispute happened, but company was not listening anything. Then employee went into the work without getting any benefits. So these two case study we discussed. In tomorrow class, we'll go to a new topic. We'll start it. Maybe on Monday, I want to take two classes. One is morning, one is afternoon. If you have any free time in the morning, then let me know. We can have one class. Morning, you have some class. Let me see the schedule tomorrow. Then we can
Okay,
decide.
sir.
Okay.
11 to 12 AM, sir.
11 ରୁ 12ଟା
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
ତମର 10ଟାରୁ 11ଟା କ୍ଲାସ ରହୁଛି କି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା 10 ରୁ 11 ରହୁଛି sir.
ତାହେଲେ 11ଟାରୁ 12ଟା ଯଦି ହବ ନବା ଆଉ ଦେଖିବା। ମୁଁ କହିବି କାଲି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କାଲି କହିବି। Thank you.
ଆଜ୍ଞା। Welcome sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.